Most people think that they stay out of shape because they don't know what to do. That's not the real reason. Most people already know what they should be doing. You should move more. You should eat better. You should sleep more. You should be consistent. They already know that they should stop starting over and over and over and over again. So if information was enough, then everybody would be fit. Your mommy, your pappy, your grandmammy, everybody, and the dog, they'd all be fit. By the end of this video, you're going to understand the hidden reason why people stay out of shape and why it has less to do with knowledge and more to do with identity, environment, emotions, and the most important part, standards. Because the body you want to have is not just a result of what you know. It's a result of what your life keeps making normal. Now, I've seen this with my clients. I've seen this in fitness challenges. I've seen this with entrepreneurs that are great in business, but terrible when it comes to their physicality. I've seen this with gym owners that end up letting themselves go because they're too busy working on the business instead of working on themselves. I've seen this with people who are very smart. That's the craziest part. I've seen this with smart people that are capable, ambitious, disciplined in every other area of their lives. People that are wonderful in the financial space. It's not that they're lazy. It's not that they're broken. It's not that they're hopeless. They just have a system that keeps pulling them back into the same patterns. And until that system changes, the body struggles to change too. Now, you know what this feels like. You start training, you start eating better, you feel good for a few days. You tell yourself, this time I'm locked in, baby. This time I'm not gonna quit again. I'm not gonna give up again. Then life happens. Work starts to get busy. Stress goes up. Your routine breaks. You miss a few workouts. You start eating random things. You stop checking in. You stop tracking. And you slowly drift back to the same habits. And the most frustrating part about all of this is that you know better. You know you shouldn't be doing that. But knowing better doesn't automatically mean living better. Now, here's what most people never get taught. Your body is not just shaped in the gym. Your body is shaped in your identity. Your body is shaped by your environment. Your body is shaped by your emotional patterns, your daily standards. You're shaped by what you repeat when nobody's watching. That's why this conversation matters. Because if you only fix the workout that, well, you're not fixing the patterns, you're going to keep restarting no matter what. Promise you. You'll keep restarting, keep going back to the same thing over and over and over again. Today, we're talking about the hidden reasons why people stay out of shape. Because the real issue is not always about your body. Sometimes the real issue is the life that your body is trying to survive instead of thrive in. Now, the first hidden reason why people stay out of shape is because they're trying to act fit while still seeing themselves as an inconsistent person. And that identity conflicts, when those two things are smashing, butting heads, they will start to create resistance. Most people try to change their body by changing their actions first. They say, I need to work out more. I need to eat better, drink more water, get back on track, stop being lazy. But the deeper question is, who do you believe yourself to be? Because if you believe that you're inconsistent, then when you miss a workout, it feels normal. When you believe you're starting over, then quitting feels familiar. It's just, oh, this is just who I am. I quit sometimes. It's not a big deal. No one's going to notice. If you believe fitness is something you only do when life is calm, then as soon as you get into a busy season, which will happen, I guarantee you, it's happened before, hasn't it? All of a sudden, that busy season becomes a new excuse. If you believe you're not a fit person, then every healthy habit feels like something you're borrowing, or it's not something that you own. It's something you're like forcing yourself to do. Oh, I have to eat this way. Oh, I have to eat a salad now. Yeah, there's some salads that are delicious. Just don't make a shitty salad. Some people think you just throw some spinach in a bowl and eat spinach by itself. That's disgusting. And if you like to do that, then I'm not judging you. I don't like to do that. This is why identity matters. The goal is not just to do fit person habits. The goal is to become the type of person that sees those habits as normal. To fit the identity doesn't mean to be perfect. It means that you're no longer negotiating with the basics, right? For me, and I say this for all the guys, if you look straight down at your Johnson and you don't see all of it, you're getting too fat. Very simple. Ladies, I don't know a comparable thing that'll help you understand when you're starting to get a little more pleasantly plump than you'd like. But for the guys, that's like a rule of thumb. That's what I use. I look straight down, I'm like, oh, nope, gotta lock in my food. You start to train because movement is a part of who you are. You start to eat with intention because your energy matters. You recover because your body is an asset. You track because awareness creates progress. You reset quickly because one bad day doesn't define you. And that's the identity that you're starting to build. Now, when that identity changes, consistency becomes easier. You're not thinking so much about what should I do now? Who am I trying to be? What do I need to do next? How do I move this here, that, there? And that's why the first hidden reason people stay out of shape is because their actions are trying to move forward, but their identity keeps pulling them back. That old version of you, that person's dead. That's already gone. It's time for a rebirth. Phoenix phase, baby. Don't let that old identity pull you back, because you cannot build a new body while constantly agreeing with the old version of yourself. That person doesn't exist. And when you think about that, when you think about the identity that needs to happen, you'll start to realize it's not the only thing that's pulling people backwards. The next hidden force is your environment. The second hidden reason why people stay out of shape is because their environment is stronger than their intention. Most people are trying to win a fitness battle inside of an environment designed for them to lose, designed for them to stay overweight, out of shape, feeling terrible, not looking as good as they could, not feeling as good as they could. They say, I just need more discipline. But your environment is chaos. There's no workout time scheduled. There's no meals prepared. There's no groceries bought. There's no training clothes ready to go. Your sleep routine's garbage. You don't have a plan for when the busy day happens. There's no backup when life becomes unpredictable. That's not a motivation problem. That's an environment problem. That's a preparation problem. Your environment is constantly violating the person that you're trying to become. It's voting to stay the same. If your phone is beside your bed, that distraction is easy. Oh, I'm just gonna use my phone. Oh, I'm just gonna scroll a little bit before I go to sleep. I'm gonna scroll as soon as I wake up. Instead of, hey, get out of bed, do 50 push-ups. See how you feel. If there's no food prepared, random eating becomes easier. And this happens to me too, guys. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to meal prep. I'm just gonna go buy some food at XYZ store. No idea what the calories are, no idea. It's a slippery slope. I like to have at least 2 weeks ready, just in case I step into a busy season. It makes it easier. You don't have to think anymore. It's already pre-portioned, it's already set up. I got some stuff in the freezer. I got some jerky I made. I got some this and that. It makes eating easy. If your workouts are not scheduled, then skipping it becomes easy. You don't say, I work out on A, B, C day. So all of a sudden, you look back, you're like, oh, it's been a month since I last squatted. That's not good. If no one checks in with you, disappearing becomes easy. If your circle doesn't value health, then lowering your standards becomes easy. You're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If everyone you're spending time with is just smoking and drinking and carry on and go on and whatever, what do you think you're gonna be like? Your standards will just slowly drop. I remember I was meeting up with some of my friends. I haven't seen them in a little while. Meeting up with some of my friends. I'm like, damn, you guys are getting fat. Damn, you guys are getting fat. What's going on? And then I looked at myself. I'm like, damn, I'm getting fat. What's going on? And I started looking for some other people to spend more time with. I still love my friends, but I had to look for people to spend time with so that I felt fat. I felt like I'm not at a standard that I should be at. And I fixed that pretty quickly. Most people are not falling because they're weak. They're not failing because they're weak. They're failing because the wrong actions are too easy when the right actions are too hard. So the solution is not just to try harder. The solution is to design better. Be intentional. Make training easier to start. Make good food easier to access. Make tracking easier to complete. Make accountability harder to avoid. Make the healthy choice the default choice. This is how high performers think. They don't rely on willpower. They build environments that support the mission. The second hidden reason why people stay out of shape is because their environment keeps making the old life easier than the new one. It makes it easier to be that old person. That person that should be dead, you should have buried that person in the backyard. You should have gotten rid of that person. Tie a brick to their feet, drop them to the bottom of the ocean. That version of you is done. And until your environment changes, your body is energetically, your patterns are going to keep dragging you back to that old person. There's a wonderful book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. They say by the time you're 30, you're like 90% of the same things you did yesterday. Same habits: wake up, brush teeth, put pants on like this, go to work on this specific pathway. Your environment keeps on making you do the same thing. It's not until you change things that you actually experience a change. But even with the right environment, there's another powerful force that people underestimate, and that's stress. The third hidden reason why people stay out of shape is because they're not just fighting bad habits. They're fighting their stress patterns. A lot of people only talk about fitness like it's physical. Workout plan, meal plan, calories, steps, protein, sleep. All of that matters. All of that's important. But fitness is mind, body, and soul. Fitness is emotional. When people start to get stressed, when they're feeling stressed and overwhelmed, they don't make the best decision from the vision that they casted into the future. They make decisions from survival. Stress makes people seek comfort. Stress makes people crave convenience, makes them skip the routines, make them stay up later. It makes them stop tracking. Stress makes people say, I just need something easy right now. And it makes sense. You're not a robot, I get it. You're a human being that's maybe doing too much and not existing and being for a little bit, I get it. If your life is overloaded, your body will look for relief. Hey man, I'm a recovering chocoholic, I get it. I'm a recovering cookie monster, I get it. This is why people can't be disciplined, or they can be disciplined in one season and completely inconsistent in another. The issue is not always about your character. Sometimes the issue is just capacity. This is especially true for entrepreneurs. This is especially true for finance professionals. I know you guys go through the ringer at the end of almost every month. It's the worst at the end of every quarter. And at the end of the year, oh my God. You're taking care of clients, you're running your business, you're managing people, you're solving problems that pop up, like these stupid things that the cost controller should have figured out, or the head of that department should have figured out. Your manager underhired people. You're solving problems, you're carrying all of this pressure. And if you don't have systems to manage the stress, your body becomes a place where stress cashes the check. Stress is like, hey, yeah, this is where we're gonna go do it. So you skip training. You start eating randomly just because it feels good. Your sleep goes to shit. You lose your rhythm in your life. You disconnect from yourself. Heck, you might disconnect from others. That's why the goal is not perfection. The goal is to build a minimum standard for stressful seasons. Something like, okay, I might not do the full workout, but I'm gonna move. Like yesterday, I was going and it's my squat day. And I've been putting together this fitness challenge, very stressed because I personally work pretty well on the edge of stress. I told everyone I do the thing. I announced it to everyone. Now there's this accountability. People already signed up. Oh my God, I didn't finish building everything. So I'm moving quick to get everything done. Yesterday's my squat day. I start working out. I'm like, I don't feel energetically fully here. My workout's supposed to be an hour long, but I got 30 minutes in. I'm like, okay, at least I did the thing. I got to get back to work now. I was feeling a little stressed. And when you're stressed, sometimes it lowers the intensity that you can move at. I didn't do the full workout, guys. I'm not perfect, but at least I moved. You may not eat perfectly, but you prioritize your protein and waters first. Let me make sure my meal starts with a solid amount of protein so I can hit my protein goal for the day. And let me make sure I'm hydrated enough so I hit my water goal for the day. And then I'll fill in the blanks. If you eat protein first, you're more full, so you don't want to go and binge on sugary shit. And even if you start to eat sugary shit, you're more full, so you're not going to eat as much sugary shit. You may say, I didn't have the perfect week, but I'll still check in. Because at least now there's the accountability. You may have a bad day, but you're not going to disappear because you had a bad day. You're not going to quit because you had a bad day. This is how you stay connected during those high pressure moments. The third hidden reason why people stay out of shape is because stress keeps pulling them back into survival mode. We don't need to be in survival mode. You've already made it out of survival mode. And if you do not build the system for the stressful seasons, stress will keep making your fitness decisions for you. Stress will keep making your financial decisions for you. Guys, fitness and finance are the same. If you can't show up and do better in your body, how are you going to do better in your money and in your mindset and everything else? Stress happens and you're going to do the same thing. And stress is not the only emotional pattern that will show up for you. There's another reason why people stay stuck in their old patterns. And it's because they carry shame around their body and their progress. They don't celebrate the small wins. That's the fourth hidden reason why people stay out of shape. It's because shame makes them disappear. And disappearing is one of the biggest reasons that progress dies. Most people don't quit all at once. They disappear slowly. They miss one workout, they miss tracking one meal, then all of a sudden they stop checking in, then they stop responding, then they stop showing up. And they tell themselves, I'll come back when I'm ready. And right now it's a little too much right now. I'll come back soon. Soon never comes, guys. The real reason they disappear is because of shame. They feel embarrassed that they fell off. They feel behind compared to other people. They feel like they should have known better. They feel like they've failed again. How many times have I failed in the past? How many times did I try that I failed? How many times did I try to make this happen and I couldn't make it happen? And they feel like they failed again. That's not a good feeling. I get it. It feels uncomfortable to be seen in the middle of the process. It's like you're working on a beautiful painting. You're in the middle of the painting. You have the outline. You have a couple brush strokes. It's starting to look. It's in that chaos phase. It doesn't look good yet. And someone walks in and they start to critique your painting when you're in the middle of it. Instead of just saying, hey, look, I'm gonna just get back to finishing my painting, they throw the whole canvas out. It's the same thing. People, instead of resetting, they hide. And hiding doesn't heal the pattern. Hiding protects the excuses. And you can have reasons or you can have results. You can have the excuses why the things didn't happen. You can have the excuses why you didn't make your goals a reality, or you can have the results. That's where accountability really matters. A good coach, a good challenge, a good community, a good system, they don't exist to shame you. They just exist to bring you back faster. Say, look, you didn't do the best right now. It's all good. Come back. Try again. We love you. Come back. Try again. Because the goal is not to never fall off. I've been a coach since I was like 17 years old, okay? It's over a decade of my life. I've had so many fitness fall-offs. I was looking at pictures of me from last year. I'm like, who's this fat fuck? Like, who's this fat ass? It's not about never falling off. It's about recovering faster. The person who wins in the end is not the person that never has a bad day. The person who wins in the end is someone who does not let one bad day become a bad month, become a bad quarter, become a bad year, become a bad decade. That's the difference. A shame-based mindset says, I messed up, so I might as well quit. A standard-based mindset says, I messed up, so I need to reconnect. I need to reset. And that shift will change everything. The fourth hidden reason why people stay out of shape is because shame makes them hide instead of reset. And transformation requires you to stay visible just long enough to be supported. We got to see you if we're going to help you. If you're hidden, I didn't even know you're there. You're lost in the ocean and you had a blue life vest on. I cannot save you. I'm sorry. I want to come save you, but I can't. You're lost in the ocean. You got this bright orange thing. Maybe I got a chance of saving you. I can see you. I can come and I can help you now. But even with that in mind, there's another reason why people stay stuck. They keep making fitness too complicated. Fitness is simple, baby. Fitness is easy. Okay? The fifth hidden reason why people stay out of shape is because they build a plan that only works when life is perfect. Tell me when the last time that your life was perfect. Tell me when the last time that everything you wanted to have happen, that everything that you were working towards was perfect. I'm waiting. I want to know. Because last time I checked, life is never perfect. There's always some bullshit happening in life. A lot of people start with a plan that's too extreme. I'm going to train 6 days a week. I'm cutting out all the sugars. I'm waking up at 5 a.m. I'm meal prepping every single meal. I'm changing my whole life overnight. Are you crazy? I've seen so many people go that route and I advise them against it. I'm like, don't do that. Please don't do that. I've seen it happen too many times. If you do this right now, you're going to do it for a week, maybe 2 weeks tops. You're going to say fitness is too hard. You're going to disappear. I'm never going to see you again. I'm going to see you in 5 years. You're going to be fatter than you are now. You're going to be more out of shape than you are now. You're going to be pre-diabetic. Am I wishing it on the person? No, but I've literally seen it over the last decade and a half of training people. I've watched it happen over and over again. When it becomes too much, you quit. You can't do that. I can't even do that. I don't know. If you're David Goggins and you're insane, maybe, okay? But how many of people on this planet are like David Goggins? Not many. This is where your plan breaks. Fitness doesn't need to be complicated to be effective. It just needs to be repeatable, right? Elliot Hulse. Elliot Hulse is one of my coaches, and he says you gotta do the heartbeat work. Lub dub, right? The little things that just keep you going, keep you moving forward. It's the daily action that just pumps the heart. That's all we need. That consistency, being able to do this over and over. I ate, I slept. I worked out, I tracked. I ate, I slept. I work out, I track. It's repeatable. The best plan is not the hardest plan. The best plan is the plan that you will follow consistently. For most people, the foundation is simple. Move your body, train with intention, eat enough quality foods, drink water, sleep better. Track what matters, stay accountable, reset quickly. It's not flashy, but it works. It's not perfect, but it gets the job done. The problem is people disrespect simple. They think it has to be complicated to work, and I'm like, it doesn't have to be complicated. It's easier than you think. It's easier than what you're making it. It works. The problem is people disrespect the simple thing. Simple is basic. Simple means done consistently. And when it's done consistently, that's actually powerful. That's actually useful. Especially if you're a high performer, especially if you're a busy person, you don't need to go and add all this extra shit to your life, all this extra challenge to your life. You already eat these different meals, so how about we just track and shift what you're already eating? You don't need a whole meal plan. You don't need a whole recovery everything. Buy a new shopping list, learn all these different ways to cook, learn all these different meals. You could do that, but it's not necessary. You already eat food, right? Just track. Oh, well, before I was having half of my plate was like all rice, and I had no vegetables on the plate, and the other half was meat, and maybe that's not the best thing. And now I say, okay, maybe half my plate is vegetables instead of rice, and maybe like a little cup of my plate, small amount is the rice, and then I have my meat, and I put the protein on my plate first, I put the veggies on my plate second, and then I put the carbs on my plate third with the little space that's left. Simple. You don't have to do an overhaul. You know, I love to eat cookies. I always talk about cookies because, guys, I really fucking love cookies. I love cookies more than, like, so much. Want to eat some cookies, want to eat them all the time. Maybe I buy protein cookies instead. Okay, so now the calories are high on them, but I'm getting 16 grams of protein for every cookie compared to 0 grams of protein for every cookie before. You need a plan that can survive your real life. You need something you could actually do and stick to. The fifth hidden reason why people stay out of shape is because they make fitness too complicated to repeat. And what you can't repeat, what cannot be repeated, cannot become a lifestyle. If you can't do it over and over again, good luck making it a lifestyle. Now we get to the deepest reasons, right? The reason under all the other reasons, the reason that people fail is because they didn't make health a standard. They didn't make health a standard yet. The sixth reason why people stay out of shape is because their health is still optional in their life. And optional habits are the first habits to disappear under pressure. Whoa. I've seen it over and over again. And I've seen both sides of it, right? This is the part where people are not going to want to hear this. They're not going to want to hear this at all. But for a lot of people, fitness is still treated like something that I'll get to when everything else is handled. Okay? When work slows down, when I have more time, when I feel motivated, when it's less stressful, when I get my schedule together, when the timing is better, once again, a little blast from the past and a little wisdom from the future because I'm clairvoyant. Timing is not going to get better. This means their health is not a standard. It's a preference. It would be nice to be in shape, but standards stay when preferences disappear. Because the second that life gets hard, all the things you prefer go out the window. The second you don't have enough money in the bank account, your fitness goes out the window. The second that you're like, oh, work is getting really heavy right now, your fitness goes out the window. You don't need motivation to brush your teeth, do you? You don't need motivation to pay your bills, to show up for work. You do those because those are standards for you. The question becomes, when does your health become a standard? It does not an obsession, not a punishment, not a desperate sprint, but a standard. A standard says, I train because my body carries my mission. A standard says, I eat with intention because my energy matters. I track because awareness creates change. I recover because burnout is not leadership. A standard says, I take care of myself because I'm responsible for the life that I say I want. And that's the shift, guys. When health becomes a standard, you stop treating fitness like something that you just visit. It's not a friend that you go visit every time that I got some time to go visit this friend. It's a part of who you are. It's a part of who you're becoming. That's what the standard looks like. It's that identity shift. Be, do, have. I am, so therefore I do, and then I have. That is the sequence, guys. You gotta be before you can have anything else. You gotta be before you even try and do anything. The 6th hidden reason why people stay out of shape is because health remains optional. They haven't already decided that it's a non-negotiable. They haven't decided that it's a part of their credo, that I will be healthy, that I am someone that works out, that I am someone that is healthy, that I am. They stick to, I'll work out when I have time. Until it becomes a standard, it'll keep getting sacrificed to stress, sacrificed to convenience, and to your old habits. That person I told you, man, put some bricks on his feet, throw him to the bottom of the ocean, and let him die. That person's gone. You can look back and have memories of who that person was, but from this moment forward, those old habits are gone. That person. So let's bring it all together. Let's wrap it up real quick. At the beginning of this video, I told you that most people don't stay out of shape because of lack of information. Now you know the hidden reasons why they stay out of shape. People stay stuck because their identity, their environment, their emotions, the shame patterns, overcomplicating things, and weak standards pulling them back into that same life. It's not just about working out. It's about the systems in place around working out. It's about the systems in place around your meals. It's not about just wanting to change. It's becoming the person whose life supports that change. So here are the 6 hidden reasons once more. Their identity is not changed. Their environment makes old habits way too easy to slip into. I'm gonna go eat some cookies because they're in the fridge. They're in my, I put my cookies in the fridge. They're in the cupboard. I'm gonna go eat some right now. Stress pulls them into survival mode. Shame makes them hide instead of reset. They make fitness too complicated to repeat, and health is treated like an option. Your option is trading your health and wellness. And maybe I buy this later on. And this is why the 30-day lock-in fitness challenge exists. This is why it matters. It's not just a challenge. It gives you structure, tracking, accountability, a standard, and a reason to stop disappearing. It gives you a chance to finally build evidence that you're becoming someone new. Because the goal is not to hate your body into change. The goal is to build a life where your health, your strength, your energy, and confidence are all supported by your standards. So if this video hits you, share this with someone that you love. Especially someone who needs to understand what is really going on when it comes to their health, their wellness, their fitness. And if you're ready to stop drifting, to stop hiding, and to finally lock in, then join the challenge. Click the link down below, because you're a millionaire in the making. It's time for you to start moving like one. Peace.